What's going on, guys? It's Gator here, the Life with Gator channel. Trying a new thing out here. We got a chest cam. We're just going to be disassembling in this video. We're going to be disassembling this front suspension, continuing to kind of cut or get this frame opened up here. So essentially, we want to get the tie rods off of the middle here, here, and then we're going to get these kingpins out, and I want to be able to take it out in one piece and slide it off to the side. So the first step here is going to be to try and get these kingpins out. Alright, so we got a vice grip on there. Don't hate me. It's working. We're able to get the first bowl loose. Now there's bushings that are in here as well, and we're going to try and replace those bushings. But here's our first nut. Go over to this side. Get the second nut out. Just try and find somewhere to grip on the vice grip, and we'll try and get this second nut out here. This one's a little tighter, but it is turning in there, so that's a good sign. Sorry if the camera footage is just a little shaky. Yeah, we're going to basically rebuild these kingpins before this machine goes back together, but alright. So now we have both of the nuts off there. This kingpin's already, or this bolt's already coming off. Alright, so we got that off there. We'll set that up there. But yeah, so basically now we just got one more. These had some good grease in them. Nope, and this one was able to get up and out too. Now let's just disconnect that center piece there. And yeah, essentially we will be able to rip that off. And then, I mean, it's just a matter of taking these pedals off, which we could do that in this video, and then the front will be basically, I mean, it's basically stripped. And take the steering wheel off here too. That doesn't need to be on there anymore. Alright, so yeah, we're moving along here. It's little by little, as I drop that, little by little, we're getting closer and closer to sandblasting. So let's get a vice grip on here. I don't have a decent adjustable wrench. That's really my problem. And is this loose already? Is this hand tight? No. I'm going to say that would be something. Proper socket size on there. Oh, these are all 1/2 inch, I believe. Alright, we're going to call that 9/16. That's coming apart pretty easily. Alright, so we got our nut off of that. Just maneuver so we can get the... There we go, we got the bolt out, get the bolt and washer. Trying to keep everything together here, keep it a little bit organized. But anyway, yeah, we can essentially split these two off. We got two separate pieces, so let's put those in the parts pile. Alright, so now I think what we should do is take these pedals off. So we're going to start here. We're going to take the springs off of the throttle. And this has got kind of a weird setup there. What size do we think that is? Not that one. Maybe. Yeah, 9/16 will work. So we have that on the end. Then we have a bolt that is hand tight. A washer. I should be able to slide this pedal off. Should be able to slide the pedal off here. I might need a little bit of encouragement. Let's see what the ratchet does. See, the bolt over time, has bent, making this a little bit more difficult. Let's get the hammer. I guess for now we'll leave this throttle on here. I'm sure that'll probably be alright. think this is hand tight, but it's not going to come off like that. So we'll get the vice grip on there. And get the ratchet on. Yeah, so essentially we just want to get this torn down to the point where we can sandblast it. That's our main goal. We might just leave the pedals on to sandblast. Who knows? I know when I paint, I definitely want the pedals off. Actually, there's a long enough bolt here. You know, I very well might. I should just probably cut this. Oh, now we're getting to some clean threads, so we can actually unthread it all by hand. So anyway, yeah, how's your guys' winter going? I took a little break from this cart. I was trying to gather parts and get everything the way I wanted it to. Alright, so now the brake cable could just come right off. But I do want in this video to, maybe it'll be in the next one, but I want to get this all welded, or this all ground and welded. You know, weld this plate on just a little nicer, just to try and make the solidity, you know, make the cart as solid as it can be. You know, that's our main goal here, is just make the thing solid, so that if we do run it into a wall or something, we don't end up seriously hurting ourselves. So actually, let's just take this cable off, because like I said before, I am going to get rid of the cable brakes on this thing. So yeah, that whole cable comes off like that. But yeah, I got a torque converter that I've picked out. Oh, drop the nut there. I got the cable. Then I've picked out, I've got a few things. So we'll have that. We'll put this over by the wheels. Like I say, I'm going to be rebuilding those kingpins. That'll be a video in of itself. But let's get the grinder out here, and let's try and get this ground down and weldable. How about that? Alright, so we'll give this a go with the welder and see what happens. Don't cross your fingers that it's going to be anything good, but we'll give it a go. Just try and lay a little bit of a bead around there. So anyway, we've welded a little bit around here. Give you a better look here. The chest cam really wasn't picking it up very well, but we took off in this episode. We took off the kingpins, got that all taken off. We're starting to weld up around here. I'm going to do most of this off camera because you guys saw me weld already. It's not pretty. I mean, it's tough. It's tough getting a good bead going, but once you get it going, it's fine. That's why God invented grinders, you know, so that you can do that. But after that is welded, I'm going to weld that and grind that off camera. I'm going to make sure all the other welds are holding, but we are essentially ready for sandblasting, and that is incredibly cool, I guess you could say. yeah, I mean, it's going to be sweet. Sandblasting is probably going to be an all-day process. We just got to remove this brake back here, which is a cotter pin, and you can remove once you get the cotter pin out, which actually here, I think I might try. It's going to be hard doing it with one hand here, but. So we got that out, and this should just slide off. Again, it's hard to do with one hand, but we're getting there. Little by little. Alright, and this can go in our junk pile. We don't need that anymore. Put it there for now. But yeah, essentially, this thing is ready to get sandblasted and paint. Now, I have a couple of ideas for paint, and I want you guys to, in the comments, to you know, kind of fill me in and tell me what you guys are thinking. So we could either go and find something real close to this original orange color and get it, you know, back to its original orange, dark orange, like it would have been when it was new. We could go with black. I was even thinking a white frame might look good. Now I also got, once we get our engine back on there, I also have a torque converter to go on here, so that's going to be a process to set up, but it should be a whole lot of fun. Thanks for being along for the process. Thanks for, you know, checking in and staying in with this project. I mean, it's been a long process, but I want to speed up, get a lot of this stuff done. I want to get my snowmobile back running. That'll be on this channel once this project is done. The snowmobile will be on. This will be somewhere, but it won't be right here. The snowmobile will be right here under the lights. We can go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.